the light overcoming the encirclement of darkness. In the Saha world, the world of endurance, at a time when the Dharma was beginning to unfold, there was a tranquil evening in the deep forest. Beneath the Bodhi tree, Shakyamuni Buddha, having achieved enlightenment, sat majestically on the diamond seat, his presence unshakable as Mount Sumeru, emanating a pure and cool radiance that pierced the deepest night. At that moment, Mara Papiyas, the king of the desire realm, saw this light and was overcome with wrath. He understood that the awakening of the ascetic Gautama would shatter the chains of Saṃsāra, the cycle of birth and death. Destabilizing his illusory kingdom built upon the foundations of greed, anger, and delusion, Mara gathered his entire army of demons and ghosts, the manifestations of all evil karma and defilements in the minds of sentient beings. The confrontation of illusion and truth. It was a terrifying army, ferocious yaksha demons wielding fiery weapons, bone spirits specializing in sowing doubt and discord, cunning fox spirits transforming into seductive desires, and countless monsters representing envy, arrogance, and sloth. They roared and shrieked, attempting to break the stillness of the Buddha's meditation. They unleashed tens of thousands of poisoned arrows, blinding iron nets, and the blazing fires of hatred. Yet, the Buddha remained anchored in the boundless power of samadhi, concentration. He did not move, nor did he flinch. With every projectile launched, he merely contemplated it with unconditional compassion. Contemplating desire. When the demon kings conjured illusions of glory, wealth, and heavenly beauty, the Buddha smiled and deeply contemplated emptiness, sunyata, and impermanence, anicca. He clearly saw that all phenomena are merely temporary aggregates of elements, lacking any inherent, lasting nature. Immediately, the golden palaces dissolved into dust, and the beautiful maidens transformed into the skeletal reality of impermanence. Contemplating hatred. When the fierce gods hurled fire rocks and swords, the Buddha did not resist but extended his mind of loving kindness. The power of compassion is impenetrable. Every weapon, upon touching his pure aura, automatically transformed. Swords and spears bent into lotus flowers offered in reverence. The fire of hatred cooled into the soothing light of prajna wisdom, transcendental wisdom. Contemplating delusion. Mara Papiyas finally appeared himself. Embodying ultimate delusion, he challenged, "You have succeeded in your practice. But who will bear witness to your enlightenment?" At this, the Buddha broke his silence with a single, powerful act. He gently reached his right hand down to touch the earth, calling Mother Earth to witness, Bhumisparsha Mudra. This act was an absolute declaration of the truth, Dharma, he had realized. Abandoning evil for virtue. The transformation of consciousness. When the Buddha touched the ground, the earth shook gently, not from fear, but from joy before the truth. The power of compassion and wisdom dissolved all illusion. The army of demons, which was nourished by the fear and hatred of sentient beings, suddenly saw its own true nature. They realized, ignorance is the true Mara. Their greatest enemy was not this ascetic, but the ignorance, avidya, lying deep within their own hearts. Suffering is futile. All their malicious actions were merely the recreation and multiplication of the suffering they themselves endured. the most aggressive demon kings, who had just been roaring for destruction, now fell prostrate. Fear was replaced by awe and sincere repentance. The Buddha used the Dharma, Buddhist teachings, to conquer without shedding a single drop of blood. He did not kill. He shone the right view upon them so they could recognize the nature of impermanence and suffering in all things. He did not imprison. He extended his boundless compassion so they could feel true peace. A feeling far superior to the transient joy of desires and power. Witnessing this transformation, Mara Papillas also had to bow his head. Though his arrogance remained, he vowed that the Dharma could never be truly destroyed, but promised to continue monitoring and seeking ways to divert those on the path to enlightenment. The Buddha accepted this vow, knowing that Mara was the necessary challenge for practitioners to develop a stronger Bodhi mind of enlightenment. The battle ended not with shouts of victory, but with tranquil silence. The host of demons and ghosts had abandoned evil for virtue. Some returned to their realms to quietly mend their evil deeds, while others vowed to become Dharma protectors, using their former strength to safeguard and encourage practitioners. The Buddha's victory is an eternal lesson in the transformation of consciousness. Evil cannot be vanquished by evil, but must be resolved by compassion, wisdom, and the right Dharma. Only then can an enemy become a devoted follower, and darkness be transformed into guiding light.